And my favorite time of year is spooky time.
What's your favorite like scary?
Favorite scary movie? Favorite. I know my go-to is probably the movie that scared me the most when I was a kid was Jeepers Creepers, just because I thought I saw like based upon a true story at the end, so it shook me to my core. But favorite, probably like The Shining.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. It's a good go-to.
Hey, what are your thoughts on Odell being back and what kind of jolt that just kind of gives everybody?
I mean, we all know the kind of talent that he has and what he brings to the field. And he looked at me Monday and said it's time, and so I rubbed my hands and go, okay, finally, the world gets to see this man. And I mean, we've all seen it, and now we just got to see that chemistry out there that we were missing last year. You know, those two can definitely be one of the best duos in the league, and they're here to show it.
Is there excitement even in yourself as a great player and pro player is exciting to see a guy like Odell get back and what he can do on the field?
It's great to see, or it's fun to see great players do their thing. Not really against us, but I mean when they're on our side or I get to watch them on the TV, it's fun to see players go out there and ball out, and I have the privilege to see them on my team.
When he said that on Monday, what was your reaction? Did you like want to hug him or something?
What you mean? He hugged me.
Myles, this week you get Justin Fields is making his first NFL start. Challenges, not a lot of tape on the guy, but also
Yeah, it's
a player
tape
that's
in
known to
college.
run and throw, but just
They're not going to let them sit back and let us pass rush the whole day. And even if they do let us try to get after them, it's after we've stopped the run and we've kept them in the pocket and not allowed them to do sprint outs and boots and RPOs and all that. Once we try to, or once we do our best to lock down all of that and make him a drop back passer, then we'll have a chance to get after him. But until then, we have some work to do because they're not gonna toss him right into the fire off the jump.
What stands out about him as a runner?
I mean, he's bigger than most guys who have that kind of speed. Lamar, 4'2" guy, but I mean he's not the biggest guy running. He's built kind of like a leaner receiver, and Justin who's like a complete drop back quarterback, but has some speed and him. Kind of reminds me of never mind, I'm not gonna say that.
Must have been somebody good.
It must be somebody real good.
is that the secret though to dealing with those dual threat type quarterbacks? Is just try and keep them hemmed in between the tackles and not let them get outside.
Yeah, I mean he has such speed that it's kind of unpredictable. Whether he'll take it downfield or he'll throw it to kind of puts our DBs in a bind, whether they come up and make the play or they plaster and let him just keep on running. So we have to keep him in the pocket so he doesn't have that two-way option.
Kind of off of that, he ran the read option a lot when he was in there last week, and obviously they're keen on you and Jadeveon as the DNs. Is there something extra this week to know that you're going to get a lot of those read options?
I mean, we're fast too, so we'll be able to watch the read and see if he wants to pull it, and if he does, then we'll be ready for it. We've been repping in, and I'm sure they've been coming up with other things to prepare for us as well.
Did the Texans do anything different last week in how they tried to block you?
Y'all saw it. I don't think I've ever been chipped so much in my life. They paid me too much money, and that left tackle over there, Tonto, too much money to mess up the show we were supposed to have one-on-one. But, I mean, I got to expect this, and we got to adjust to it.
So what is the adjustment?
Games, stunts, blitzes. They're just trying to mix up the front so that they can't just get a key on me on one side or the other. Because no matter where, with the left or the right, they were having someone sitting waiting for me.
Myles, is the window too small to make any broad declarations about third down and what the problem has been there?
Yeah, it's only been 2 games. We need a larger sample size to see that. And getting the season, everyone's got to make adjustments. Not a lot of film on guys, so we just have to work with what we got and improve upon what we've done, and not try to put the fire out. It's not a fire yet.
Gotcha. No real common thread in that. Just it's either been not enough rush. I know you had a penalty last week on that 16 play drive. Has it just been like one thing or the other?
I mean, that's what happens when you have a lot of new guys. You gotta find out what their tendencies are, not only as a player but as a coach. What you can do with them, and where you can put them to make plays. And so, right now he's just trying to find the best way to make plays with the pieces that he has. We're chess pieces, and he's a player right now. So right now you got to see what we're made of and how we can make the most of ourselves out on the field. And we have a lot of great players. It's just how he mixes it up and what he chooses to do.
When we talked to Joe Woods yesterday, he mentioned that he sees a lot of good stuff on film. It's not come together yet. The rush and the coverage just hasn't gotten there yet. When you watch on film, what do you see?
I usually watch with him, so I agree. I mean, sometimes I'm there and the coverage is just slightly off. Or sometimes I'm getting chipped and there's a tight end, trying to push down on Clowney and insides, shutting down because it's back protection. And I mean, the DBs are making them hold the ball for forever, but we're stuck in the bind. So it's tough. We just got to find a way.
How hard is that to watch that when you're sitting there watching the film and you see that, man, you're just that close, whether it's you or one of your teammates, to getting there or making a big play?
For me, it's tough watching my teammates not be able to make a play because, when I see an offense keying on me with, chips and stuff like that, I was like, well, they're taking a player out of the play to stop me, so we have one-on-one. And to see that they're not making a play, it's kind of frustrating because I want to see them go out there and make big plays, and we got to get there. We got to get there. I'm trying to take up 2 or 3 men, however many, to take out of the pass or the run. So we have to take advantage of that, and I know that they're not always going to do that for me. They're going to do that for other players as soon as they step up and start making big plays. But right now, we all have to make plays. We all have to earn that respect.
What do you see from those Bears tackles, and do you expect the same treatment?
I expect the same treatment. I mean, nothing's changed from my point of view. I'm still healthy, so I think they'll give me the same kind of respect. But I mean, they have a Hall of Fame over there in Peters, and they have a Fetty, who I know pretty well. So we'll be able to reunite and see if we can lay on the quarterback together.
What about Khalil Mack? Is he one of those guys that you studied a bunch? Do you take anything from his game?
It's funny. I think I'm strong, and I see him toss people over with one hand. I don't know how he does it. Like, no matter how much weight I lift or work I do, it's like, I don't know if it's his leverage, his hand placement, or all of the above. But I mean, he just rushes differently, and he's not like overwhelmingly quick. He has great get off. He has good speed off the ball. But I mean, once he gets his hands on you, it's tough for anybody to be able to handle that kind of power.
Have you seen the Joel and Jack commercial?
Oh Lord, we watched it today. That was tough.
Comments?
If I'm ever in something that terrible, I'll just go ahead and take me off the field.
Isn't it so bad that it's good though? Isn't it like feel like that, or is it just bad?
You need time to be like so bad that you're good.
It's true.
Like right now,
Could have a resume,
it's just terrible.
Did the whole team watch it?
Oh yeah, it was part of the team meeting. It was right at the end of the team meeting. Coach spoke, and we had broken down what we needed to, and then that was the cherry on top.